What if I told you that we are not just a product of the universe, but rather the universe is a reflection of who we are, a projection of our own consciousness? While this concept might seem bold or even radical at first, it has been echoed by enlightened minds across countless traditions and historical periods. And it's not merely a belief rooted in spirituality. This perspective has been explored and supported by some of the greatest scientific thinkers of our time. One such figure is Robert Lanza, a distinguished biologist known for his groundbreaking work in regenerative medicine and stem cell research. Lanza introduced the theory of biocentrism, a revolutionary framework that fundamentally reshapes how we perceive the universe. His theory challenges the traditional materialistic understanding of reality, proposing instead that consciousness is not just an accidental byproduct of the cosmos, but is in fact the very foundation of existence itself. According to biocentrism, space, time, and matter do not have an objective reality independent of conscious observation. Rather, they emerge as constructs formed through perception. This groundbreaking idea suggests that life is not something created by the universe. Instead, life and consciousness give rise to the universe as we experience it. Lanza arrived at this radical conclusion by examining how consciousness appears to interact with quantum phenomena. His work integrates principles of quantum physics and biology, leading to the provocative assertion that the observer plays a crucial role in shaping reality. The implications of biocentrism extend far beyond theoretical science. They challenge the very core of how we understand the nature of existence itself. In this video, we will embark on a journey into this captivating theory that bridges the gap between science, consciousness, and spirituality. Together, we will unravel the true essence of matter and reality, examining these concepts from multiple perspectives. By tapping into the quantum field through the power of our own awareness, we will explore how vibrational energy, what we commonly perceive as solid matter, can be influenced and even transformed. But that's just the beginning. We will also delve into the profound impact of the subconscious mind on the reality we experience daily. You'll learn how deeply ingrained thought patterns shape your world and how, through specific techniques, you can reprogram these subconscious imprints to create a life that aligns with your highest desires. Moreover, we'll explore how altering brainwave frequencies and harnessing the power of visualization can directly influence the quantum field, allowing you to reshape your external reality in ways that were once thought impossible. And there's more. Toward the end of the video, you will discover a practical exercise designed to help you. Have you ever stopped to question the nature of the reality you experience every day? Is the world we see, touch, and interact with truly as solid and material as it appears? If we delve deeper, down to the atomic and subatomic levels, we discover a surprising truth. Matter, as we know it, is mostly empty space. The vast majority of what we perceive as physical objects is, in fact, composed of emptiness, with only a minuscule fraction of volume occupied by the nucleus and electrons. Going even deeper, within the atomic nucleus, we find protons and neutrons, which themselves are made up of even smaller components, quarks and gluons. However, these fundamental particles are not matter in the traditional sense. Instead, they are best understood as excitations within force fields. In the realm of quantum physics, scientists have uncovered a reality far removed from our everyday perceptions. The universe is not made of solid particles, but rather consists of constantly fluctuating quantum fields. What we call subatomic particles, such as quarks, electrons, and photons, are actually vibrational patterns within these fields, existing more as waves of probability than as fixed physical objects. This profound discovery leads to an astonishing realization. The more we analyze the building blocks of reality, the clearer it becomes that what we perceive as solid and tangible is actually 99.999999% empty space. What we call matter is, in essence, energy that has been structured and organized in a particular way, vibrating at specific frequencies. From the smallest quantum fluctuations to the largest celestial bodies, everything in the universe is fundamentally energy in motion. Quantum physicists refer to this fundamental energy as the field, an invisible, all-encompassing force that influences the material world in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. What makes this even more fascinating is how this scientific concept aligns with ancient wisdom. For thousands of years, enlightened sages and spiritual traditions across different cultures have described a similar force, referring to it as the spirit or the life force that permeates all things. But the connection doesn't stop there. Our thoughts, emotions, and intentions are not just abstract experiences. They too possess energy and vibrational frequencies that interact with this quantum field. This means that just as subatomic particles organize themselves according to their vibrational states, the same principle applies on a grander scale. Our reality is shaped by the frequencies we emit. This idea finds support in ancient teachings, such as the 7 Hermetic principles of the Kybalion, which state that everything vibrates and that as above, so below. These principles suggest that the patterns we observe at the quantum level also manifest in the macrocosm, reinforcing the idea that our internal world influences the external reality we experience. Resonance is a fascinating phenomenon that takes place when one vibration or energy frequency exerts an influence on another, causing an amplification of that energy. Essentially, when you emit a particular vibrational frequency, it interacts with similar frequencies in your surroundings, reinforcing and magnifying them. If your dominant frequency is rooted in scarcity, fear, or negativity, you will naturally align with experiences and circumstances that reflect and amplify those very energies. The resonance effect ensures that everything vibrating at the same frequency synchronizes and reinforces itself, making those energies more pronounced in your life. Conversely, when you shift your vibration to a state of positivity, joy, and abundance, you begin to synchronize with circumstances that mirror those uplifting frequencies. This alignment enhances your positive energy, creating an upward spiral that continuously attracts more harmonious and fulfilling experiences. In essence, the vibrations we emit act as a magnetic force, drawing experiences that match our energetic state. The process of raising our vibration doesn't just alter the energy we emit, it also shifts the world we perceive and interact with, shaping our reality in profound ways. As you consciously elevate your vibrational frequency, everything around you begins to adjust and realign with this newfound energetic state. The more you operate from a higher dimension of consciousness, the more your external reality transforms to match this elevated state of being. In some cases, this shift can even create retrocausal effects, influencing not just future events, but also altering the way past experiences are perceived or integrated into your present reality. The all is mind, the universe is mental, states the Kybalion, encapsulating a profound truth about existence. The entire universe is not material in the way we commonly perceive it. Rather, it is a mental construct, a vast projection of our subconscious beliefs, internal programs, and expectations. This concept finds an intriguing parallel in quantum physics, particularly in the famous double-slit experiment. The double-slit experiment is one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in physics, demonstrating the direct influence of conscious observation on the behavior of subatomic particles. When electrons or photons are fired through 2 slits without any observation, they behave like waves, spreading out and creating an interference pattern on a detection screen, suggesting that they exist as a field of probabilities rather than defined objects. It is as if each particle simultaneously passes through both slits, interacting with itself in the process, much like ripples forming when 2 stones are thrown into a pond. However, the moment a measuring device is placed to observe which slit the particle travels through, the interference pattern disappears, and the particle behaves as though it had chosen only one path, appearing as a distinct, solid entity. This extraordinary finding suggests that reality at the quantum level remains in a state of potential until it is observed, meaning that consciousness itself plays a crucial role in determining what manifests as physical matter. Albert Einstein famously stated, "The field is the sole agency governing the particle." This profound insight suggests that matter does not dictate its own behavior. Instead, it is shaped by the underlying energetic field. If we can learn how to manipulate the information contained within that field, we may, in turn, be able to influence matter itself. Yet most people live within a materialistic paradigm, believing they are at the mercy of external forces, circumstances, genetics, and societal structures. This belief system conditions individuals to react to life rather than shape it, making them feel like powerless spectators rather than conscious creators. Since childhood, we have been programmed to accept this perspective as truth because it aligns with what we experience through our five senses. However, what many fail to realize is that a significant portion of our responses, choices, and perceptions stem from deeply embedded subconscious programs, operating automatically and governing nearly 70% of our behavior. From birth to around the age of 7, the human brain predominantly functions in a theta wave state, a frequency range of 4 to 8 Hz. This theta state is a realm of heightened imagination, deep creativity, and profound suggestibility, akin to a state of hypnosis. In this formative period, children absorb vast amounts of information from their surroundings without applying critical analysis, internalizing beliefs, emotional patterns, and behavioral responses that shape their future lives. Essentially, theta is both a state of unfiltered learning and an open gateway for subconscious programming. Neuroscientists estimate that by adulthood, approximately 95% of our thoughts, decisions, and reactions stem from these subconscious programs running in the background like pre-installed software. The subconscious mind does not think, analyze, or innovate. It merely repeats past patterns and behaviors, operating like a machine stuck on autopilot. In contrast, the conscious mind is where our aspirations, creativity, and self-awareness reside. One functions like a data processing system, executing learned scripts, while the other holds the power to imagine, dream, and manifest new possibilities. This is why many people find themselves trapped in cycles of frustration. They wake up with new intentions, yet throughout the day, their subconscious programming overrides their desires, steering them toward old habits that do not support their growth. If you have ever wondered why your life remains stagnant, despite your best efforts, the answer may lie in the fact that over 60% of these subconscious programs are rooted in limitation, self-doubt, and fear-based conditioning. Yet emerging fields such as quantum physics and epigenetics provide a radically different understanding of reality, one that empowers rather than confines. These disciplines suggest that we are not simply products of our environment and genetic predispositions. Instead, we are the architects of our own existence. What we perceive as reality is, in essence, a reflection of our consciousness and subconscious programming. This revelation offers a profound opportunity. By shifting our internal consciousness, we can directly alter the external reality we experience. For many, this notion is challenging to accept. It contradicts the deeply ingrained beliefs that have been reinforced through societal conditioning, educational systems, and generational programming. Some dismiss these ideas as New Age fantasies, yet throughout history, enlightened individuals who transcended the confines of the mind and ego have spoken of this very truth. They understood that what we perceive as physical reality is, in fact, an illusion, a concept known in Hindu philosophy as Maya. Interestingly, modern scientific research is arriving at similar conclusions, leading some physicists to propose that our universe may function like a sophisticated simulation. Zhuangzi, one of ancient China's most influential philosophers, pondered this mystery over 2,000 years ago when he wrote, "I dreamed I was a butterfly, fluttering joyfully through the sky. Then I awoke. But now I wonder, am I a man who dreamt he was a butterfly, or am I a butterfly dreaming I am a man?" This question invites us to examine the nature of reality itself. Every night when we sleep, we enter dream worlds that feel just as real as our waking experience. These dreams unfold with intricate detail, complete with landscapes, characters, and events that seem entirely independent of us, yet they are generated solely by our own consciousness. Applying this principle of fractality, one could argue that the waking world operates in a similar fashion, merely on a grander scale. As above, so below. Albert Einstein echoed this sentiment when he said, "Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one." If this is true, then it follows that we should possess the ability to reshape reality, just as we can alter the course of a lucid dream. The key to transformation lies not in the fragmented awareness of the ego, but in the expansive consciousness of unity, the consciousness that transcends individual limitations and taps into the infinite potential of the quantum field. the source of all creation. If this understanding is so powerful, why do so many people remain trapped in lives filled with struggle, feeling powerless and dictated by external circumstances? The answer is simple. Most people remain unaware of their own inherent power due to the relentless programming they have received since birth. From an early age, we are conditioned to believe we are small, insignificant, and separate from the greater whole. We are trained to obey, to conform, and to submit to authority, for a disempowered population is far easier to control. In this way, we are molded into biological machines, functioning within the constraints of a societal matrix that thrives on keeping individuals disconnected from their true potential. However, the greatest revelation of all is that we are not bound by these limitations. We possess the ability to break free from conditioned patterns and redefine our reality by harnessing the immense power of our minds and consciousness. The question then becomes, where is your awareness right now? What thoughts are you engaging in? What subconscious programs are running in the background, shaping your perception of the world? Every thought you entertain, every belief you hold, and every subconscious program you operate from has a direct impact on your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately, the reality you experience. To break free from the cycle of being mere victims of external circumstances and instead step into our true potential as conscious creators of our reality, we must take deliberate action to reprogram our minds. This involves identifying and replacing outdated, self-sabotaging, and limiting subconscious programs that no longer serve us with new, empowering, and consciously chosen beliefs that align with our highest aspirations. Additionally, it is essential to expand our understanding of creation beyond the conventional material approach. Rather than solely relying on physical effort and external manipulation, we must learn to tap into the vast potential of the quantum field, a realm where infinite possibilities exist. By mastering techniques such as visualization, focused intention, and energetic alignment, we can project our desires into our three-dimensional reality, actively shaping and manifesting the life we truly want to experience. The very first thing we must do in order to transform our lives is to adopt the role of a witness or observer of our own actions, thoughts, and behaviors. This means stepping back from the automatic reactions we typically have to life's circumstances and becoming more mindful of the way we respond to various situations. In moments when we feel ourselves reacting, it is important to pause and observe, with the intention of identifying the underlying subconscious programs driving those reactions, particularly the negative ones. Once we recognize these programs, especially the ones that limit or hinder us, we can begin the process of working on them and consciously shifting our responses. Rather than merely reacting impulsively to the situations around us, we should stay present and alert. Even if we do find ourselves reacting in a way that doesn't align with our highest goals, it is important to reflect on those reactions afterward and make a commitment to change them if they do not serve us in the long run. Although it may not be possible to change our automatic reactions instantly, consistent self-awareness and reflection allow us to gradually adjust and correct those responses over time. Thus, the essential first step is to become deeply aware of our subconscious programs. Many of the challenges, limitations, and feelings of inadequacy we encounter in life often stem from deeply rooted beliefs about our own worthiness and our capacity for self-love. If we carry the belief that we do not deserve love or good things in life, we unknowingly block the very opportunities and blessings we consciously wish to receive. This internal conflict prevents us from fully accepting what we desire. Therefore, it becomes crucial to replace these limiting beliefs with empowering and positive affirmations that nurture a deep sense of deservingness and self-worth. Through this shift in mindset, we create space for the good things we seek to enter our lives. Once we have identified our limiting beliefs, particularly those related to our sense of self-love and self-esteem, we can begin to actively reprogram our minds by listening to positive affirmations that reinforce empowering and supportive beliefs. Every night, as we prepare to sleep, our brainwaves naturally slow down and shift into a state known as theta, which is the same brainwave frequency we were in as children when our subconscious mind was being programmed. This presents us with a unique opportunity. By consciously choosing to use this state for reprogramming ourselves, we can intentionally shift our subconscious patterns. To do this, we can create affirmations that directly address our limiting beliefs and the subconscious programs we wish to transform. These affirmations should focus on the qualities or changes we want to embody, and they should always be stated in the present tense. For example, rather than saying, "I will be abundant," we should say, "I am abundant," because the present tense affirms that what we desire is already true. The key is to record these affirmations in an audio format and listen to them as we fall asleep. As we drift off, our subconscious mind remains highly receptive, absorbing and integrating the affirmations we feed it. To enhance the effectiveness of this process, we can include relaxing music or, even more beneficial, binaural beats, specific frequencies that help synchronize brainwave activity and deepen the process of reprogramming. Essentially, what we are engaging in is a form of self-hypnosis, where we consciously guide our minds toward new, empowering patterns. The power of repetition cannot be overstated in this process. Just as repetition is crucial when learning new skills, such as driving a car or playing a musical instrument, it is equally essential for introducing and reinforcing new subconscious programs. The more consistent we are with this practice, the more deeply it will become ingrained in our subconscious, gradually replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. Consistency is key to making this process truly transformative. To create from the quantum field, rather than from the material world, we must first establish a connection with the source and begin creating from a place of inner fullness. This requires a shift in our focus, directing our attention to the present moment, which allows us to transcend our physical existence and tap into pure consciousness. In this elevated state of awareness, we detach our energy from the confines of our three-dimensional reality, including our bodily senses and the physical world around us. Instead, we deposit our energy into the void, the infinite space that is full of untapped potential, frequencies, and energy, all teeming with possibilities waiting to manifest into our reality. When we choose to embrace the nothingness of the void, something profound happens within our brain. The previously separated compartments of the brain begin to merge and harmonize, allowing the entire brain to resonate at a unified frequency. This synchronization creates a sense of wholeness, connecting us to the greater field, the collective consciousness of the universe. As our brain moves from the faster beta waves into slower brainwave states, it generates electrical signals that reflect our intentions. The more focused and clear our intention, the stronger and more powerful these signals become. In that pivotal moment, when we release the limitations of our ego and enter a state of unity, we are no longer separate from the universe. We are no longer merely individuals with distinct consciousness. We become part of the universal consciousness itself. In doing so, we influence the very fabric of reality as the universe begins to respond to our desires and intentions, synchronizing with the energy we have put forth. This resonance, fueled by clarity of intention, starts to align the cosmos with our personal energy, creating the conditions for manifestation. However, there is another critical element that plays a vital role in this process, an element that amplifies our intentions even further: the energy of our heart. Pure love is the essence of the source itself, the fundamental energy that flows through everything. To better understand this, imagine yourself as a ship navigating the vast ocean of existence. In this metaphor, your mind serves as the rudder, guiding the direction of your journey, while your heart functions as the powerful engine that propels you forward. In order to manifest your desires, you must fall deeply in love with them. Feel them as if they are already present in your life. Immerse yourself in the emotions and joy that would come with the fulfillment of that desire. When you embody this feeling, your heart's magnetic field will naturally draw that desire closer to you, aligning your inner energy with the external world. The human heart generates a magnetic field that extends up to 3 meters in diameter, a powerful field that can influence the world around you. The more coherent and aligned your heart is with your desires, the more energy it generates and the stronger your ability to attract those desires into your life. The key here is that it is not just the thoughts of the mind, but the emotional resonance of the heart that sends out a signal to the quantum field, drawing in the experiences and opportunities that align with your intentions. When your energy resonates at the right frequency with a possibility in the quantum field, you no longer need to chase after what you want. Instead, the universe begins to send you synchronicities, coincidences, opportunities, and significant events that draw you closer to your desires. These moments of alignment will not only appear in the seemingly small, trivial details of your life, but they will also manifest in more profound and transformative aspects, helping you to move toward your goals in ways you may not have expected. Now, I want to share with you a powerful practice designed to help you create from the quantum field. Begin by finding a comfortable and quiet space where you can sit or lie down, ideally in an environment with soft, dim lighting to help you relax. Take a moment to settle in, ensuring that you feel completely at ease in your body. Next, start by counting down from 100 to 0, allowing each number to appear clearly in the space between your eyebrows, focusing your attention gently on that point. As you count, aim to slightly elevate your eyes, around 20% upward. This small movement can help your brain shift into alpha brainwave states. These alpha waves are associated with relaxation, calmness, and enhanced receptivity. If at any point you find yourself distracted or lose your place in the countdown, do not worry. Simply take a deep breath, center yourself, and continue from the number where you left off. There's no need to rush. This process is about cultivating a state of deep focus and relaxation, not about perfection. When you reach 0, you will have entered a state of profound relaxation. By this point, your breathing will have slowed, your heartbeat will feel steady and calm, and your brain will be vibrating in more coherent alpha or theta waves. These are the brainwave states where your mind is most open to creative visualization and transformation. In this peaceful state, allow your mind to gently focus on what you wish to manifest in your life. Whether it's a specific experience, a personal transformation, or a particular goal you deeply desire. Visualize it clearly and vividly, seeing it as though it is already happening in your reality, feeling the emotions associated with it, and immersing yourself in the sensation of having it in your life right now. Imagine for a moment that you are already living the experience you desire. Picture yourself fully immersed in that reality, as though it has already happened. Allow every detail of this experience to unfold vividly in your mind, as if you are creating and programming a virtual world, a game that you will eventually step into in your three-dimensional reality. See yourself in the scene, feeling as if you are physically present, touching everything around you. Imagine the sensation of your hand making contact with a surface, feeling the texture under your fingertips, making the entire experience in your mind as real, clear, and detailed as possible. However, the most crucial aspect of this practice is not just the vivid imagery, but the emotions it generates. Focus on how you feel in this visualization. Feel a deep sense of gratitude, excitement, and joy, as if your desire has already come true. Let that emotion fill your being completely, as this will be the driving force behind your manifestation. These emotions are what will align your energy with the frequency of your desire, drawing it closer to your reality. You can engage in this exercise at any time, but an especially powerful moment to do so is before going to sleep. This is when your mind is more relaxed and receptive. After visualizing, you can enhance the process by listening to positive affirmations, allowing them to sink in as you drift off to sleep. Another optimal time to practice is right after waking up, as your brain is still in a state close to alpha waves, making it more receptive to new thoughts and intentions. During this practice, it is essential to remain deeply relaxed. Forget about your physical body and your surroundings, focusing entirely on the experience unfolding in your imagination. The key here is not just the images you create, but the emotions that accompany them. The images serve to guide your mind and body into a state of alignment with your intention, but it is the emotion behind the images that will cause you to vibrate at the frequency of your desire. This emotional frequency is what will attract your desire into your life through the law of resonance. The universe is incredibly creative, constantly working behind the scenes to guide us toward our true destiny. It does this in remarkable ways, through synchronicities, unexpected events, and serendipitous moments that make the journey not only more exciting, but also deeply enriching. These events unfold in such a way that we are led toward the experiences and opportunities that align with our higher purpose. While it's important for us to take physical actions that align with our desires, these actions will naturally arise when we are in harmony with the flow of the universe. They won't feel forced or out of place, but will come about effortlessly as part of a smooth and natural progression. That's all for today's video. I truly hope that the information shared has been both helpful and enriching for you. I deeply appreciate you taking the time to watch until the very end. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.